Hi everyone, Bill here, Outdoor Fabrications. We're here with part 2 of the vertical air tank smoker build. I guess not a smoker, I guess you're better off calling it a fire pit and a grill. If you remember in the first episode, I more or less just told you everything I was going to do, and we got everything cut out. Got it ready to weld up, and we're just going to weld it up here with this one real quick. So I'll be back with you in a bit and let you wrap it up and give you a preview of part 3. Thanks.
So there it is, set up on my little tiny table. The bubble is pretty level, pretty flat. The bubble there is just about the same bubble as my table and the same bubble as the rotor. You know, I'm working in a greenhouse here with a stone floor and a small stand, but that's what it looks like, and you can really see the bevel on that right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and do a filler pass in there, then we'll just make a cover pass on it. And like I say, I'm not really a professional, but kind of like to do things the right way. If I was building this for me, that's what I'd do. So there it is. Well, that's where it's at right now. I just got the top squared away on that base. I went around and I cleaned up the weld on that base just because I'm going to sell it. Want it to look kind of nice. Took longer than I anticipated to get that tank to be perfectly centered and level. You can see my table's not super level, so I had to use a bunch of little pieces of wood underneath there to get everything leveled up. But there it is. I'm gonna go around, weld the bottom of this here real quick, and then we can start thinking about the openings. All right. You got it tagged down good enough? Looks all right. Got it in 4 places there. So I'm gonna say that's pretty level, pretty good. I'm just gonna go around and finish it up. Okay. What I'm doing here is we're gonna put another vent in the bottom of this. I don't think it probably is gonna need it, but I'd rather put it in there now than not put it in there. I'm gonna put a little cap on it, a little spring-loaded cap on that with stops, so it'll only go, so far. But we're gonna weld that in. We're gonna put a little spring-loaded door on it, like I said. Yeah, I know the cut looks a little rough, doesn't it? Well, I don't have a nice plasma cutter. No, all I've got is a, oxygen acetylene. But the good news is, as soon as I sell another, somewhere in the neighborhood of 7,612 man cave coasters, I'll be able to go out and get myself a nice little hypertherm. So feel free to put your order in today. Those man cave coasters at, $15 for the etched coaster and the glass can't be beat. Let me get this welded in and we'll show you what's going on after that. And that's how it looks right now. We've cut the front door out. I just made a cardboard stencil, put it on there, cut the straight pieces out with a cutoff wheel, went around the top there with a torch, kind of worked that off a little bit. Got a piece of 4-inch production pipe for all of my roughneck friends. You'll know what that is. It's 4.5. Got that welded on, centered. We're looking pretty good. I'm actually gonna put a rain cap on here that'll pivot like this. You see that? She's gonna pivot like that, just keep the rain moisture out of it. I did not know if this thing was gonna need some extra air in the chamber, so I welded that into the back here. And what I'm gonna do, pardon the screwing around here, but the inside diameter of that chamber is 16 inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a rack, and we're going to put the rack here in the bottom, and that'll keep the wood and the charcoal up off the bottom, so the air, it'll get plenty of air. We'll probably get plenty of air on its own, but like I said, I put that extra vent in the back, and I'm going to put a cap over that too, so it's adjustable. But that's 16 inches round on the inside. I don't have the big heavy equipment for bending and doing all the nice things that everyone does. So for the most part, what we're going to do is we're going to have that. I, did a little mock-up on that and used geometry from high school and come up with this right here. That's not exactly square. I'm going to put a couple of pieces of tube here that is just under 16 inches so that we can make that tight, and then I'm going to put a little expanded metal on that. Probably put a cross piece both ways across the center just for a little bit of support. And actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 2 of those. I got enough stuff here, and that'll be the one on the bottom for your charcoal or for your wood. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to build another one for the top with, it'll be either 4 or 6 inches off of the the coals or the wood, and you're going to be able to grill on that too. So I'll get to welding this up and see what we can come up with. So that wasn't all that painful, was it? Part 2's all done. You got it all welded together. I'm ready to take it out and do a little test burn in it. We're going to get it out, and I'm going to do a little do some grilling on it. If you notice the bottom one, the bottom grate, I used 1x1 square tube to make it. It worked out okay, but it took too long. It took too much work. It just wasn't really economical. I suppose if I was doing it a whole bunch of times, you get in a rhythm and then it gets better, but I didn't want to spend too much time at it. So basically the
grilling level, or the grilling grate, I guess you would say. Pretty much for the most part, all I did was I just took a piece of angle iron and I marked it out where I wanted to cut it. I was looking for a 15-inch diameter for the grilling, for the grilling grate. So if you do the geometry, the math, that works out to like a 27-degree cut you have to make for the bend to get it into an octagon. That worked out a lot better, and then I just put it in a vise and, more or less just bent it all the way around. And that worked pretty well. I still like the heavier one for on bottom because, it's going to have the weight of the logs and whatnot on it. But for that top grill grate, you're really just going to have weight of, whatever food you're grilling. And being that it's only 15 inch, it's not like you're putting a hog on there. So anyhow, I'm going to get it out. We're going to do a rough burn with it. I'm not going to paint it up or anything for the burn. But I'm going to get it out here on these nice warm days and fire it up and try to do something with it. So, hey, subscribe to my channel. As always, I do appreciate everyone subscribing. I'm up to 50 some odd subscribers now, and I got to thank you all for that. Give me some comments. I look at it maybe not every day, but at least every couple of days, and I try to answer whatever comments I got. You can email me at outdoorfabrications1@gmail.com, the number 1. I get back to my emails faster than I do the YouTube stuff. So thank you for watching once again, and we'll get this girl a little fire going in here, and we'll see what it does for us. Thanks a lot, guys.